Everyone, excuse me. Say good evening. Good to Taiwan. Taiwan Live, and we have a amazing. Yeah, I mean sometimes these incidents a bit. Anyway, this is what. Bigger than I'm trying to flee. That's where he's likely to type something. That John Sab. I want to say this. Sound is going. All right, let me fix that. I know what that is. Thanks. That is this right here. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Ken. Yeah, okay, that's the threshold on the noise gate. Sorry about that. All right, nice to have you with us. Okay, anyway, hopefully you caught most of what I said. I'm expecting John Sabot to call in later. Our Skype ID is there in the chat below. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was a matter of the threshold, for the noise gate. Anyway. So yeah, this is windy here in the background, and you can see now it's supposed to go like a little bit hard to do. Not a weatherman, but it's supposed to go right across the tip of Taiwan up here, and then my finger goes away. All right. Anyway, so I'm waiting to hear from John Sabot, and haven't been able to find Jevons. I wanted to find Jevons and see if I could get an update. See, Taipei is where it's going to get hit this time, because as you can see from the graphic behind me, the typhoon is north. It's not going to cut across the center of Taiwan like Morakot did, some of the other ones a few years ago. This guy's going right across the top. And the bad part about it is we have mountains all along the east coast, and when a typhoon, this way comes in straight like this. There you go. Yeah, I'm not a weatherman. Yeah, it comes in straight towards Taiwan that way, right? It hits the mountains, it gets scrubbed down, but the problem is when it comes up here, then the winds can curl around the other side and come in on the east coast. That's what we're afraid of. If it comes in on the East Coast, it can really wreck your day. So, all right, let me see what we got here. Before I go any further, let me do this. Now, tonight's Late Night with MJ Klein is brought to you by iVideo. We're sponsored by iVideo. That's ivideo.com.tw/English. Now, they're providing our mobile internet services tonight. We are actually on the mobile internet service. It's a very fast internet service, and it's actually fortuitous because we may lose our internet tonight. Who knows? We may lose our power. The whole thing may just go dark. But we lose our internet, our landline internet, because we're using the Wi-Fi box from iVideo.com, we've got a very solid connection. Now, for a 10% discount, please check the video description for a link and a discount code. You can use that as many times you want. You don't just have to use it. I mean, it doesn't work just once. Every time you use it, you get 10% off. All right, so now we're back here. So how's everyone doing? Looks like we got 2 viewers. Please let us know where you're hey Betty, how are you? Please let us know where you're viewing from and who you are. Nice to have you with us, Betty. Thank you so much. So we got Betty and Ken. Somebody else, I'm not sure who. Yeah, we're just getting started here tonight. Hopefully, I'm still looking here. I might have to call John on the phone or something. I talked to John earlier this evening. So Tallahassee, yes, nice to have you with us from Tallahassee. Watertown, Wisconsin, very good. With a Japanese name that I can't read Japanese. If it was in kanji, I might be able to, but anyway, from Watertown, Wisconsin, thanks for viewing, and give us your name if you're so inclined. We would appreciate that. Now, it's not at all windy right now, but it's gonna be pretty soon. Actually, for some reason, it looks like it stalled a little bit. Let me do this. I'm gonna up after. Where does it go to home? Anyway, I'm gonna update this. 19, 20, 23. Where it should go. It's actually almost midnight here. All right, so this is midnight. So I believe that is going to be closer there. Hey, Dean. All right, Dean, thank you very much for joining. We really appreciate it. Nice to have you with us. And Watertown, Wisconsin. I've only been in Wisconsin once because I was near Rockford, Illinois. We took a wrong turn. Seemed like a really nice place. All right. That's a good question. It depends. Probably not where I'm at. Where I'm at, I can't really point because my finger will disappear. But yeah. We're north central, and right where I am, and I had a reason actually to have the military come to my house and measure the height above sea level. My house is 90 meters above sea level, and of course I'm on the top floor of the house, so like another 30 meters or 20 meters. Anyway, so yeah, the thing is, right, is where we are, it shouldn't flood. What happens is these Chinese style houses have a flat roof, and they've got I've got 6 drains on the top, and I've got a balcony on the 4th floor in the front that has a couple of drains. It all goes down into the system, and if for some reason the gray water sewer in the street is flooded and there's nowhere for it to go, it might back up. But because the water's higher and it's standing, it usually goes down, and then what happens is it comes up on the street level down below. Our house is actually quite a bit higher than the street level too. Taiwan houses, for the most part, have septic tanks. We're not connected to a black water sewer. So the house is kind of built on a platform with the septic tanks underneath it, if you see what I mean. And so all the plumbing the back of the house goes behind the septic tanks. And so we're pretty high. The streets generally don't flood. What floods is the sewer, and water will come up out of the sewer. But where we are here at this place usually doesn't flood, so that's it. Now, several years ago, John and I were just talking about this a while ago. Several years ago, there were a number of typhoons that were quite bad, like Morakot. When Morakot hit, where we are in Hsinchu is so well protected by the mountains that we didn't even really feel the typhoon. And I wrote on my blog, it was a bust. Nothing. Now, I don't know if you can hear this. Can you hear the rain outside up against the windows here in the studio? Anyway, so I wrote on my blog, it was a bust, big. And then I watched the news. Okay. Well, a couple of, this is really bad. Actually, a couple of villages got wiped off the map completely. They're just gone. And I felt really bad. Some foreigners that I know went and brought a van down there, and they just like spent a bunch of money, bought buckets and brooms, shovels, and anything they could do, because people's homes were flooded and they're full of mud and dirt. So these guys just went down there with, you know, a couple $100. I mean, in Taiwan, you know, plastic stuff's cheap, but a couple $100 worth of buckets and things, and it made a big difference. It really, really helped. Really, really helped. So, all right. I've been. John may have gone to sleep. Excuse me. I'm looking for John, and I can't find him anywhere. So, but that's okay. So, ground saturation. Yeah. I can't tell you a lot about that, but what I can tell you is that in the mountainous areas, they grow a palm tree or betel nut, binglang they call it, and in Chinese. And betel nut palms have very shallow roots, and they clean out, you know, the normal vegetation, the indigenous vegetation, to grow the betel nuts so they can sell it. And then what happens is the rains come and it causes erosion and landslides because the trees can't hold the ground together like the regular vegetation can. So that is a huge problem, and especially not around here, but especially in southern Taiwan. When you get down below Taichung, I need a lip balm sponsor is what I need. Yeah, you guys know me. I'm always using it. Always using lip balm. Now, what I should do, I should go to a couple bumpers here, and let me see before I do this what we have here. What do we have for bumpers tonight? Let me see. So I can do this without getting caught into trouble here.
Hello, hello. My name is Coco, also known as Val, and I live in North Carolina. Yes, I am in the Carolinas. And I just want to welcome you because you are on Late Night with MJ Klein.
Thank you. That was the lovely Coco, and I love that Chinese dress she had on. It was great. So, I don't know why. I've had this running for some time, and it's supposed to update. I just don't know why it's updating. Not updating. So, these data, all this stuff, this, yeah. I just don't know why it's not updating. So, yeah. I wish Coco was here tonight. Coco, did you come in? Didn't see it. So one thing I'm not really happy with YouTube is that you really can't tell who's here, you know, like you can with some of the other apps. So, hey, there she is. Coco, how you doing? All right, glad to have you with us. Hey. Wasn't it? It was fantastic. She did another one too that I'm not quite ready to show you, but anyway, yeah, we got another one, and Casper made a couple when he was here. He actually sat in front of Win-Wins and made a couple for me, so that was that's really cool. Now, let me do this again. Our right there in the chat, our Skype number, if you want to call us, our Skype ID, Taiwan Live TV, just all run together. Taiwan Live TV, all run together. That's our Skype ID. If you want to give us a call, you can join us, and you can even send video. You just won't be able to see my video because my camera is being used to transmit here, obviously, but you can send us video. We would really like that. That would be great. Now, let me do this. This is our information. If you'd like to send a postcard, and by the way, we really appreciate the postcards that we recently got by Henry and Betty. And Win-Win especially just loves them, and she likes to show them off to her customers. But if you'd like to send a postcard, please go to taiwanlive.tv/late-night-show, or you can just go to taiwanlive.tv and use the menu. You can find Late Night Show. Scroll down. There's a little blurb about Taiwan Live TV. And excuse me, it says mailing labels for postcards. Click on that, and you can print out the PDF file and stick it on there. And it makes it really easy for you to address something to the show here. You can reach me at late night at taiwanlive.tv, and you know, about anything that you want. Got an idea or whatever, like to hear it. Even a criticism is fine. Send me whatever you'd like. And this is our QR code. If you're using the Line app, Line, it's available both on iOS and Android. It's from Japan. It's a tremendously convenient communications app. My family uses it. We have a late night group. There's something like 15 million users in Taiwan alone. There's hundreds of millions of users around the world. It's getting more popular all the time. What I like about Line is when you download it to your phone, it scans your contacts and automatically adds people that have Line in common with you. And you can do voice calls, video calls, file transfers. You can make groups. You can do photo albums and so forth. In the late night Line group, we have something like 775 photographs that we shared with each other. We've got hundreds of food photos and you name it, all kinds of crazy stuff. But it's really great. It's a fantastic app. And what you can do is you can watch this stream on YouTube on your TV or on your computer, and you can freeze it and then scan this QR code with your phone. And that's how you do it. And then you can join us on the late night group. That would be fantastic. So now, right now, not a whole lot is happening. We don't see. The thing is, if you look at where the eye of the typhoon is, it was supposed to be a little further north. Dean, how you doing? Nice to have you with us. All right, I'm doing good, man. Been good. Thank you. Nice to see you. Nice to have you with us. The eye of the typhoon, according to the reports that we had earlier, was supposed to be a little more west and a little bit south, closer to Taiwan. It seems to be going northwest rather than due west at this point. It was supposed to kind of just like hook around the top of Taiwan, but it didn't. But as you can see, if you look at the way the winds are on the island itself, they're actually not so bad. But earlier in the afternoon, Ishigaki, that is one of the most beautiful places in Okinawa, towards the end of the Okinawan Islands, got clobbered. 110 kilometers, and it's just crazy. That was the wind speed, which is like that's like the national highway speed here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to Yes, I can't do this here. I can't do this here. Dean, where I am, I will type this in for you because it Hsinchu County, and I'm in a city called Hukou. But the more modern romanization is like this, or they call the Hanyu pinyin. So it's Hsinchu. And yeah, Dean, you know, the thing is, right, is I don't seem to be able to make you a moderator. Dean, I want to make you a moderator, and yeah. And Coco. Because Coco, you were a moderator before, but oh well, I can't do it I'll do it later. All my followers are moderators. That's okay. So we're actually in the northwest area. We're not right up in the top and in Taipei. It actually takes me about an hour or maybe more, depending on the traffic, to actually get to Taipei from where I'm at. So we call it the northwest area. See it on a map. Good. There you go. Okay. Yeah. And my house sits on a little plateau. The funny thing is, if you look at the map, if you look at a topo map, you can see that like right outside of Hukou, it's just like there's a big, you know, and it's we're on a plateau, and so the plateau makes it very safe to be up here. All right, now John's going to kill me later because I mentioned his name about 50 times, but we've been looking for John Sabot. He was going to join me and give me an update from Taipei. Now, I hope he's just asleep. I don't think anything's happened to him, but... And I did try to contact Jevons. But let's do this. We can do open lines. Open lines, our Skype ID. Taiwan Live TV, just like that. Just like it says right down there. Transmission, nope. It could be for him. Could be for him. But the cool thing about Line is that it is essentially a mobile phone app. They do have a Windows 10 version too. So even if John's landline internet is down, I know for a fact that the mobile phone internet is up because we are on the mobile phone internet right now. I use the mobile phone internet from the studio most of the time because I'm sponsored by iVideo. And part of what I like to do is show people how well it works. I have no drop frames. I have 0 drop frames. We're running at 27.97 frames per second and 2625 kilobytes per second. And yeah, that's what we're doing. So all on the iVideo.com mobile internet Wi-Fi box. So let's do another bumper. All right, let's take a break. Be right back.
Hi, this is Rob Ebner, and you're watching Late Night with MJ Klein.
Okay, that just gives me a second to pick my nose, you know. Of course, I can always just do this. Oh, there you go. We're just kidding. Not trying to be hysterical. So Betty, Dean, Ken, and anyone else? Dean, the other Dean, or Coco, if you guys want to, if you guys want to give us a Skype call, I'll be more than happy to have you on with us, and we can put you on video, and that'll be nice. Because I really do miss having a national talk show, and who knows? I may actually, I don't know yet. I may actually end up going back to the States for a little bit I understand, Dean. No, thank you. Well, if it's break time, you know, and you got your phone, so you can call me with Skype on your phone, and you can like walk around, and it's kind of like Periscope within YouTube. You know what I mean? But I may go to the States to work on a project. It's kind of up in the air right now. We'll see. So I would be reluctant to leave my family behind, but sometimes you have to do things that you know, for work. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, let me do this. I just for a few minutes, I want to go back to my what I call my Taiwan beauty shot, and this, believe it or not, is it's just, this is what East Taiwan looks like. I personally took this photo. I took it last year. There's a little outlook, and if you notice the beach, see, the amazing thing about Taiwan is it's so interesting geologically. No, it really is. It really is, Dean. And the beach there is so geologically new. You know what I mean? I mean, on the scale of eons of time. There you go. It has pebbles. It's not even sand. And there's another place in Hualien, which is on the East Coast, that the pebbles are actually blue. Really crazy. On the same trip, we went to another place. And that's a boat out there. Okay, we can do the Skype anytime you want, Dean. That'd be great. Thank you. Oh, for the shirt? Oh, I got to get some made. I have to get some shirts made. You know, I want to do some quality stuff. I don't want to do any junky stuff. So, yeah, from Boots. Oh, you mean yeah, from Danny? Yeah, I talk with Danny about every other day. Yeah, things are going very interesting right now, and they're moving forward. So, yeah. Anyway, so I'll put these back. I'll put my transparent logo back, and let me put my smiling face back. So there you go. You want a Broadcast t-shirt? You know, the thing is, Broadcast went out of business, and I was going to go. They invited me to Dubai, and they canceled, but I was going to get all that stuff. But, you know, we have, I do have a Broadcast logo. I can make a Broadcast t-shirt. All right, Dean. Contact me offline. I'll make you a Broadcast t-shirt. What do you say? That sounds good. So he did. Did you see Casper in America wearing the Taiwan Live TV shirt? Are you kidding me? That's funny. That's hilarious. Dean, the monkey wrench means that they have been upgraded to a moderator. And the reason that I make all my regular followers a moderator, and I'll make you a moderator too, is because, oh, really? Oh, I'm going to have, I owe him money now. I guess I owe him a royalty. I got to cut him a check. Dean, the other thing, the thing is, I make all my followers, the ones that I know, my regular viewers is what I'm trying to say. I make them all moderators because it really cuts down on the amount of trolling and so forth. And I really don't have too many trolls, but I have once in a while I do. And my followers just like a shark, done, you know, because we really don't have that power. And okay, thank you. We really don't have that kind of power in Periscope and other apps, you know. I came up with a scheme a couple of years ago, but nobody was interested in it, about shared blocking. I wrote a big long article about it. I wrote it on my blog. I ended up deleting it because nobody paid attention, but I did write about it, and I did do some Periscopes about it, where you could set it up where if the broadcaster blocked somebody it would automatically block that person in your account too, so you would never see that person again. If you trust the broadcaster's judgment on blocking people, which I think most people do. I mean, you know, when you're watching a broadcaster and he or she is, you know, is getting hassled and they block somebody, I mean, 99.9% of the viewers are going like, yeah, it's about time. And most of the time they probably already did block them. That's the other thing that I wanted to do. I think that these live streaming apps should have a threshold that the broadcaster can set. And yeah, okay, but 30 minutes isn't enough. I think that the broadcaster should have an option that says if 5, 10, or however many people that they select block some person in the chat, some commentator, that it's blocked for the broadcaster too. You know what I'm saying? So like if 5 people or 10 people in the chat block that person, then he gets kicked out and it's added to the broadcaster's list. And that's, you know, that's the end of it. But we could go on about this forever. I mean, I've had so many ideas about live streaming and so forth. But hopefully with the Bootsy project, by the end of this year, we'll be able to finally have a live streaming platform that will be as good as Periscope, but troll free, and maybe with voice messaging too, like Broadcast. That would be superb. That's what I would really, really like to do. So anyone who would like to join us on Skype, I really appreciate it. I do not see where nope, John is probably asleep. I know he went out earlier tonight. He's doing a 24-hour thing on YouTube. And okay, Betty, I appreciate that. I wouldn't call it voting on blocking. They vote on the appropriateness of the comment, but there's a real big problem with that, because if you go into I don't even want to go here, but there are certain kinds of broadcasts that attract bad people, and the bad people support themselves. They make themselves moderators. You know, they throw the switch that allows them to be moderators, and then somebody will make a very inappropriate comment, and then all these people will get the comment placed in front of them. They can vote on it, and they just vote it up. And so, yeah. Yeah, John and I were talking about Periscope, and Casper and I were talking about Periscope too. And I got to tell you, you know, as much as people dislike Jeff Goldberg, and I understand why they might dislike him, he's a very passionate person, and he doesn't hold back. That's okay with me. I listen more to what he says than how he says it. But I will tell you that at the end of the day, he's absolutely right. He was right about Periscope. He called the death of Periscope 2 years ago, and that's what we're seeing now. The numbers are down. The trolls are up. All the big Periscopers are telling me the same thing. It's the end of Periscope. And it's a shame, because all they had to do was do what I told them to do back in 2016, early 2016. Pro version, paid version. See, trolls won't pay $5 for a pro version. That gives you chat options that the free version wouldn't have. So the broadcaster can choose to not let the free version people, unless the broadcaster has added them or following them, chat. That's how to do it. That's how to solve the problem. But hey, what do I know? I've only been live streaming since 1995 on computer. See you, see me. Look it up. Yeah, mobile phones are what's new. Pay to play. Yeah. How about pay to troll? They won't. Mobile phones are what's new. Live streaming has been around for a long time. you remember Microsoft Net Meeting? Remember that, folks? Yeah, it turned out to be Pornosoft Net Meeting. There was See You See Me, I See You Too, a number of PC-based live streaming apps that people usually used for sexual content, whatever. But there's also corporate content and other things, and then eventually turned into gaming and so forth. And it still exists today. I mean, look, I'm on my PC now. What about Twitch? You know, PC-based live streaming. It's the mobile phone part that's new. A lot of people think Periscope invented live streaming. Preposterous. Periscope came along and, you know, I mean, they're one of the first in the mobile phone. So, Hangouts. You know something, Dean? I've never used Hangouts. Ever. Not even once. So I don't even know if they were ever live, but yeah, that's a good question. I don't know why. You know, if you could predict why things fail, you know, or if the reverse was true, if you could predict what was going to be a hit, of course you can make gazillions, you know, dollars. But I mean, it's like, what makes a hit a hit? I don't know. I mean, a hit record, I can tell you. I can analyze a hit record and tell you that. But the fact is, Hangouts probably should have made it. Wasn't a bad idea. Although I did predict that they would probably become porno Hangouts, you know. But they just didn't. And the funny thing is, yeah, Google was behind it. And usually, most of the stuff, I know, most stuff Google does, it works. Yep, it's a ghost town. Absolutely. Well, the other thing too is, you know, we're talking about Facebook territory here. You know, I mean, let's face it. Facebook is, how many billions of users do they have? And it's just, I don't know. I think really what it is Facebook was there first, and I think they just ate Google Hangouts lunch. That's what I think they did. I mean, so thank you, Ken. Great to see you too. Thanks, bro. See you next time. And if anything weird happens, we don't know yet. I think we have a day off tomorrow. So I may get up and do like a, you know, a remote somewhere. If there's anything interesting going on, you know, with the Typhoon. Well, Betty, yep, it can. It can. You know, not everybody has elevated morals, and there's a lot of cheating going on and stuff. And so, you know, so there were other uses for live streaming besides that, but you know, I mean, I tell you, I think people have the right, you know, to do that if they want. They have the right to do what they want. I just think it needs to be separated. I'm not saying that I would promote that as a business, but what I am going to say is human nature is human nature. And if I had a business, you know, a live streaming platform, and people were doing that, I would make a separate place for them to do it, so they don't pollute the general population, and there's no chance of a minor running across that. That would be my main thing. Oh, sorry about that. Oh yeah, you're on the road, so you got mobile. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, say hi to your husband for us. We appreciate it. Yeah, well, porn bots on Periscope is a huge thing. I mean, I got to tell you something. If I blocked all the porn bots, I'd probably block half my followers. But I got 1,600 followers, you know, and I don't even scope. It was crazy. So, of course it'd happen when I go live. Of course. Fortunately, though, not like Periscope, it's easier to find the replay. That's one thing I just dislike about Periscope. And I got to tell you, I'm going to come out and say this. I said this before. The biggest mistake that Twitter made, excuse me, I'm drinking, was that they did not buy Catch and integrate it with Periscope. It's the perfect back end for Periscope. Remember that? My goodness. You could, Catch could go out and collect any Periscopers' scopes that you wanted and pop them into a file, a folder. You could get an RSS feed. You could blow it into your blog. That's what I did. I built TaiwanLive.tv on Catch and then Periscope. Killed it on purpose. Yeah. Remember that? I think it was May 4th. Yeah, 2016. And then the next day, Periscope announced that replays could exist forever. Remember that? Because before it was only 24 hours. So that's when I said, well, somebody got a divorce, you know, and or got married the day after the wife died. Yeah, so that's what I said. Yeah, that's what happens. I just don't get it. I mean, I really, really loved Catch, and Catch would have been the perfect back end for Periscope. And had all the features that you need, you know, for watching and organizing replays and embedding them in websites and getting more exposure. I mean, and you know, scopers all the time are talking about monetizing things. I've seen so many meltdown or blackout scopes with scopers that have spent so much time and energy and money on Periscope and got nothing back. And they always say the same thing. I got to figure out a way to monetize this. Well, partly it's the issue of narrowcasting and broadcasting. I know that we use the term broadcasting, but Periscope is narrowcasting. When I had my national talk show on the Talk America radio network, I had like 6 million people listening to me in Boston alone. And then there's 50 other states. I forget how many affiliates, anywhere between, I think it was between 11 and 15 affiliate stations around the country, United States, were carrying my show. So at any given time, I could open the mic and have 15 million people listening to me live in real time. That's broadcasting. This is narrowcasting, and that's the problem. The problem is you get, look at Dave in Osaka. I'm going to tell you, man, it's my personal opinion that Dave in Osaka is the best live streamer in the world. I've said this publicly. I'll say it again. I'll go to my grave saying it. He's wasting all that energy, all that content, as it goes into a black hole. I love it when he does stuff on YouTube because, well, now we got a chance to see it again, and it's in HD. Now, if you don't believe what I said about Dave being the best live streamer, watch this. Hi, MJ Klein here. And you know, when I'm not live streaming on location or from my studio, I'm watching the greatest live streamer in the world, Dave in Osaka. You should be watching him too. Now, I bet you didn't even know that you could find Dave at a website, daveinosaka.com. Yeah. Anyway, I've got the other site, asialive.tv. I had the foresight to put that together, asialive.tv. We have plans for that. We're going to populate it with live streamers from all around Asia. I haven't done it yet. It takes a lot of money to do this stuff, and I don't have it. Things right now for me, quite frankly, are not so good. We're doing okay. but wasn't like the golden days. But that's okay. We're slowly getting our financing together to do some new projects. I'm going to upgrade this here to, I'm going to move this to the next. I'm going to go to 1 a.m. There we go. That's where the Typhoon will be, at 1 a.m. So anyway, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get financing together to do different projects. And that's actually one of them that we're looking at doing. And yeah, getting AsiaLive.tv up and running with some high quality Asian that's outside of Taiwan. So I got TaiwanLive.tv, but outside of Taiwan. And of course, that, in my opinion, that includes Hawaii. Now let me tell you this. I told you before that I'd built TaiwanLive.tv on Catch. I also built AsiaLive.tv on Catch. I had permission from Dave. I had permission from Rebecca and from some other prominent non-Taiwanese Asian periscopers to use Catch to populate Asia Live, and then they went dead. See, I started Taiwan Live first. I had the domains, but I started Taiwan Live first. And then I was working on Asia Live, and before I could actually even populate it with anything, Catch was gone. Just the way these things go, you know. I remember writing to Catch. I remember writing to Periscope about what I was doing and not getting any answers. And then a couple of weeks later, they went dark, and that's when I realized, well, that's why they didn't answer me. Okay, that makes total sense. So, all right. We'll be right back after this bumper.
Hey everyone, this is Kenrod, aka Ken, and you're watching Late Night with MJ Klein.
Okay, now I'm using, believe it or not, I'm using my tablet. This is fantastic. It's like a mini Streamlabs or Stream Deck. OBS, Streamlabs OBS has a remote control option, so you can use your mobile phone or your tablet to change scenes. And I'm using this for a while to get used to it and see how it works, and then I'm going to upgrade to an Elgato Stream Deck, and that's going to make things really, really interesting. Now, I don't want to give too much away, but Coco has made a really, really nice bumper for me. And I've been putting it together with a background because she did a green screen for me. But I don't, in my opinion, have a background that's good enough yet for her bumper. So you're going to have to forgive me, and you're going to have to wait until I can go get some footage. I think what I'm going to have to do is go to a train station, because you know she's a former conductor, and that's the the theme of her bumper. And I think I'm going to have to go to one of Taiwan's train station with my gimbal and my phone and shoot it in 4K and get ready, put it together. So, John Sabo's not joining us tonight, looks like, but that's okay. John can join us anytime. I'm more concerned, actually, about Jevons, because I gave Jevons back around 9 o'clock a call, and he didn't answer, and sent him a few messages, and he's not responding. And so I hope he's not, like I said, hanging off the side of a mountain camping or something, you know, with this going on over here. That could be bad. So, all right, thanks for joining us, and I'm going to wrap up. I don't have any updates from the field. Just please, you know, watch the news. If anything bizarre happens, I'm going to get out my mobile phone and I'm going to either record it or live stream it for YouTube for this channel. So, but I just wanted to come on because, you know, the thing is, we usually in Taiwan, this is funny, Taiwanese have a certain indifference to danger, quite frankly. And typhoons are such a big part of life here that people really don't take them seriously. I can't tell you how many times I've been on the highway and I'm going slow. The speed limit's like 100. I'm going like 70 because of the volume of rain on the road, and like a Mercedes or BMW will just blow past me going 110. They're just indifferent. And therefore, we always have typhoon parties. But the place that we used to have a typhoon party down here at the end of my street is gone now. The famous Xiaohui's, it's gone now. And excuse me, Winds just doesn't seem the same. Winds doesn't have the international flair like it used to be. Thai people, Vietnamese people, Japanese people, Taiwanese, and me, you know, all doing different karaoke songs in different languages. But at Winds, it's almost exclusively Vietnamese, and some Taiwanese come in. But sitting out front, it's just not quite the same. Having a typhoon party at Winds is, I unfortunately have to say, not the same as Xiaohui's. So I just wanted to go on tonight from the studio here and update you guys and have my own little, you know, typhoon party. And kind of like this, you know, we don't have a fat lady that sings, but when the rum's gone, time to end the stream. So thank you so much for joining. We appreciate it. And please visit our sponsor, ivideo.com.tw. And whoa, what? Wow. Holy cow. Yes, you mean it's a good thing I go slow. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Well, the blinding rain, I mean, I don't know why people do that. They go nuts. And well, obviously you know what I'm talking about, because yeah, I gotta drive slow. Yeah. Absolutely. I got my daughter, you know, my wife. It's just me. I mean, still, I would go slow, but seriously, I mean, when you're a family man, you got a responsibility, can't do it. So yeah, I want to thank everyone for joining, and I will be on this weekend. I took last weekend off. I'm sorry. All right, I'm going to work on some t-shirts, and I'll work on Dean's broadcast t-shirt. How about that? So thank you so much, and we'll see you later on in the week. And if anything strange happens, you'll hear from me before that. You'll hear from me, you know, if I see anything that is newsworthy to report on the typhoon. So thanks so much for joining Taiwan Live TV, and you have a good evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are around the world. Thank you. This is MJ saying, Sai Jen. Oh man, that was the old closing. It always does that to me. It always does that to me. Never mind. I'll fix it later. Thank you.